This election we've come down pretty hard on our politicians on account of their religious persuasions. But whether you're a Christian conservative like Tony Abbott,
or whether you're one of the cosmic orphans who's not quite sure what's going on up there, this election, apparently there's a party for everyone.
Jesus ain't coming back, no. Jesus ain't coming back.
This is the Australian Secular Party's Queensland Senate candidate and comedian, Kat Mandu. Why do you think that we need a secular party?
Because religion encroaching on government issues is becoming more and more apparent, and someone needs to put up their hand up and say, no, enough. We're going to fight for secularism because having religion in government is actually anti-constitutional because we have a secular constitution. Moral issues like abortion, euthanasia, same-sex marriage, have got nothing to do with government.
So what do you think should happen with same-sex marriage?
Let them get married. I don't care if they marry a horse. I don't care if they marry a pig in a suit, you know. It's none of my business, and it's not anybody else's call. It's certainly not a government's call.
And what are your personal religious views?
We have this life that permeates through everything, and there's this oneness and a connection there. But as far as a little man that sits on a white cloud looking down to see if I'm playing with my genitals, no.
Election, what do you think your chances of getting in are?
Buckley's. Mr. Tony Rabbit has a fly upon his nose.
Couple months.
Oh yeah, aren't they going to be so scared of me?
Well, I'm standing here at St Mary's Catholic Church in Brisbane's West End, where just over a year ago, politics and religion collided. The fallout: Father Peter Kennedy was exiled by the Catholic Church over his so-called progressive views.
I would think that Jesus, if he had to vote, and he did vote, would be voting for the Greens party. Because, you know, in spite of what Cardinal Pell said recently, that they are anti-Christian, I think the Green Party are the most Christian. I think that you're more likely to govern for all Australians if you are an atheist. I think that, but I don't think you should make use of. I don't think you should make use of that to get yourself elected. But I really think that someone who's an atheist is more liable to govern for all Australians than someone who's a rabid Christian or a rabid Muslim. I don't think religion should be used at all in policy making. I mean, obviously politicians have to take into consideration those aspects within the community. I don't think politicians should use their particular faith values to make judgments about moral issues which are quite diverse within the electorate.
Whether you agree with religion as the moral framework for politics or not, only Saturday's election will show what happens when a conservative Christian and a staunch atheist go toe-to-toe in a campaign where pollies decided to play God.